Today is National Rescue Dog Day, and when you hear rescue dog, it's hard not to think about Oregon Humane. With me now are Mike Rowe, a Humane Law Enforcement Special Agent, and Laura Klink, Public Information Officer. And we have Sir Chonk the Mighty with us.
Yes, he is very chonky and he is very mighty. He's an amazingly sweet puppy.
And he's adorable.
Yes, he's very cute.
Okay, Laura, I want to start with you. Your mission is about transforming compassion into action. So how does that show up in Oregon Humane's work?
So a lot of people think about adoption when they think about Oregon Humane, and our work is so much bigger than that. It's really about this relationship that we have with animals. It's really about serving our community, helping animals like this guy, helping people in our community, and really strengthening that relationship between people and animals. And at the end of the day, it's also about joy. You know, whoever adopts this sweet guy is going to just experience so much joy because he is big, but he is so sweet and docile, and I'm having a great time over here just petting him.
Sure, yes. And Mike, tell us how humane law enforcement works.
So it's actually really cool and it's unique. So we work for Oregon Humane. We don't work for a government entity, but we are commissioned through Oregon State Patrol. So we have full police arrest authority in the state of Oregon, but our commission is strictly to investigate animal welfare crimes. And so we get calls, we go out, we figure out, is this something criminal? Is this something where maybe the owner just needs some help and some advice? Ideally, I spend quite a lot of time just trying to help people, trying to get them resources. Because of our donors, our trucks are equipped with food and flea medicines and things that someone might need just to kind of bridge a gap for a little bit. It's a great job because I get to help animals and I get to help their owners.
Yeah. And how is the law enforcement arm of Oregon Humane part of this bigger ecosystem?
You know, it's really interesting. So even though our Humane Special Agents are commissioned by Oregon State Police, Mike's position and the department is funded entirely by donors. But when an animal comes to us through our Humane Law Enforcement team, that animal could need medical care, behavioral help. Obviously, a lot of times these animals come to us and they need a new home. And there's no time limit. The animals can stay with us as long as they need to be ready for adoption. So this ecosystem is really all the departments within Oregon Humane working together, working with our Humane Law Enforcement team. When an animal comes to us, especially if they've come from a difficult situation, we really work hard to make sure that those animals have everything that they need before they are ready for a loving home.
Yeah.
Right, buddy?
And both of you, I know, make some pretty special connections with your work, but Mike, you especially, with the animals that you rescue. Tell us about Sir Chonk and how he came to be here.
So we received a call from a neighbor. They were concerned because there was a smell and the patio was looking like it wasn't being cleaned. So we get the call. I show up. I talk to the owner. As you can see, he was not being neglected with food or physical care, but the owner had a mobility issue that had just kind of come on, and they were unable to actually clean up the apartment very well. And so we were able to help him and help Mom and his two brothers and sisters by surrendering them to Oregon Humane. And the goal is to try to help. And so if I can do something on the front end before it gets bad, before it turns into a criminal situation, then that's what I want to do because it's best for the animal and it's also best for the human. Yeah. But I get very attached. Whenever I bring in an animal, I stop by the shelter whenever I can. I try to take them for walks. I try to hang out with them. They all hold a little special spot in my heart.
Yeah, and you know, people are watching this and they're gonna say, oh my gosh, I want Sir Chonk, or you know, I'm ready to adopt a rescue dog or foster, or whatever the case may be. But what do they need to know to make sure that it's the right thing for both parties?
Absolutely. The first thing is to really think about your lifestyle. What kind of pet is most suitable for you? Puppies, like this guy, are incredibly cute, but they do require a lot of care, a lot of training. You know, this guy is gonna be a big teenager at some point, and he's so sweet. But you know, when it comes to adopting a pet, we often talk about the rule of 3. So it takes about 3 days for a new dog to feel at home. It takes 3 weeks for them to kind of settle into a routine, and it takes 3 months for a new dog to really feel at home. So really the biggest thing to keep in mind is patience. You know, when we receive an animal in, especially through our humane law enforcement team or through other sources, we really take the time to get to know that animal so it can be a good match for a prospective adopter. So, you know, this guy, preferably someone who has experience with a large breed dog, but he, you know, we have so many programs and services at Oregon Humane, training classes, puppy romps, to really help set people up for success.
Yeah, he's so cute. How can people take action today?
So this guy is available for adoption. He is the last from his little family. So, you know, adopting is a great way to take action. But if you're not in a position to adopt, you can certainly sponsor a pet. We have an area on our website at OregonHumane.org to sponsor a pet. You could foster, donate, attend one of our events. There's so many different ways to get involved and be part of this mission of joy.
Yeah. Well, thank you both for coming, and it's always super fun to meet one of the animals in your care. They're always so sweet. So thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.